to 250 scenes.
Is there something that in particular stands out in mind?
What do you mean?
Like a scene-wise? Like, is there one scene that you like go back and you either masturbate still to this day that you're just like, oh, that's a big moment in my career? Or did you do a big showcase? Like, what do you think is your body of work that you would be like, that's the one that shows Jada Stevens like sexual animal beast that she is?
Right. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of different scenes that come to mind. Like, I remember my first Daddy's Worst Nightmare was my first like box cover.
Daddy's Worst Nightmare.
And people hated. Well, they didn't hate, but it was just taboo to do like interracial. So it wasn't there yet. And I was like, I came from Atlanta and I was like, I want to fuck black guys. I want the biggest.
I want that big dick.
I want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And my agents were like, no, don't do it. So I did it behind their back and ended up making the box cover. But it was like really the scene I think that got me on besides Bang Bros, you know? And then Butt Woman is what really showed my sexuality because I actually knew what I was doing.
Yes.
So, you know, I had to step my game up going after
I
Alexis.
love that. I love that. I love that so much. You know, for me, the Butt Woman series is a really like intimate series for me because I was the Butt Woman that did it 3 times in a row and the only girl that has done 3 times. And it was such like an honor to do things because I always feel like I had a cape but different, like the superheroes of booties.
Right.
But you know, when I found out that you were doing it, I was so happy and like how it happened of sorts was I was supposed to direct and do your you know your thing as well. I just didn't end up working with timing and everything. But I love women and I've seen you from your career going, and that it dates me more than it dates you, that from the beginning of time of that you've been here is just like how you've evolved in such a great star that you have and why you so much of deserving of that title. And I'm so happy that you did it. And I think it was awesome. And even though last year the elevators looked way more popping because our asses were on that shit, you know what I mean? Because if you were at AVN 2019, then you saw me and Jada's asses on the elevators every time you opened that shit. Hey, Drake, Millie, like what? Yes, it was a lot of fun. So was that one of your favorite series to do?
Yes, most definitely. And I loved our, what is it, Butt Woman versus Butt Woman? That was dope too. Like, that was really fun too. Anything with Alexis is lit. Like, I remember the first time working with you for Reality Kings, you like walked me down those stairs on a leash.
You know what? I still see that picture to this day. I actually have that picture of me going up the stairs on my refrigerator, and so it's funny because I see that's one of the most scenes that I'm like, and it's so funny because I'm like, oh baby Jada, because you look so different.
I was a baby,
and to me is like because I've evolved too of like knowing the levels of like the comfortability of role playing, of knowing the dominance, the sub and the dom, you know what I mean? And so now I don't really know, not that I couldn't dom you, no offense, but you know what I mean? You're still my little Jada, but I feel like you're so much more of a dom role now because you've come into this like woman of your own, like it's a budding of like, of kind of like these onions get peeled back of these layers that it becomes like who your sexuality really is. But now I could see you walking up someone in a leash and being like, yes, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's funny because like, I never watched porn, but I knew Jenna Hayes, Christina Rose, Alexis Texas. So it was really cool to actually start working with girls on that level.
So when you first came in, did you always do scenes with such big names, or how did it really start for you? Like,
I guess not like big names, but I did more like boy girl, just single, pretty much all the way up, and then they started adding girls or asking if it was cool, and like not every girl you vibe with, but it's really, like I said, it was really cool to work with.
So before you did that, and you being a stripper, everybody's preconceived notions of what goes on behind in the locker room and porn and everything like that. Were you ever with girls in your personal life prior to being in the business?
Yeah, I definitely tried stuff with girls before guys.
So now taking that into the adult, business, did you just, because like you said, you only did boy girl. So why didn't you just jump in doing to girls? Is it because you felt like you are more pickier, or did you just feel like you were like not ready for that step, or are you just kind of navigating your way through the porn?
I was kind of scared. In the beginning, I was scary. I was like,
was it because of girls like me, Jada?
Yeah.
You thought I was going to suffocate you, girl?
That shit definitely would suffocate me.
I think I have suffocated you.
But yeah, no, it was just exploring my sexuality and like learning, like that's how you learn, is having experience, Like I wouldn't be the best if I didn't have all the cocks.
I like it. All the cocks. You hear that? You hear that?